Alright, see this? See this? It's backwards, but this is the list of Spielberg movies that most of which I've seen. There's a couple I want to see, but I'm just going to go through the list and tell you guys my experience with Spielberg and what I think of his movies. Jaws, great. 1941 sucks. Raiders of the Lost Ark, good. E.T., good. Temple of Doom sucks. The Color Purple, good. The Last Crusade, good. Always, my guilty pleasure. Schindler's List, my favorites. Saving Private Ryan, gripping. Minority Report, underrated. War of the Worlds, a guilty pleasure. Munich, I want to see. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull isn't that bad. And enjoying Bridge of Spies. Ready Player One, let's go. Hey guys, Bobby here. So, as you could probably guess from that intro you just saw, we're gonna watch the Ready Player One trailer today. It's weird. I start that intro off talking about like my thoughts on Steven Spielberg, which, by the way, one of my favorite film directors of all time. I really like how emotionally driven his movies are. His characters are great, and I don't think he gets enough credit for cinematography. He and his frequent partner Janusz Kaminski, easily the best, in my opinion, one of the best cinematography duos working today. But really, even though Ready Player One, yes, it is directed and produced by Steven Spielberg, I really should be talking about this more like a nostalgia trip, especially since, this is the 1980s. Well, it's not set in the 80s, it's set in the story, as good as I can understand it, is set in the future, but there's a lot of 1980s pop culture references that are essential. And the weird thing is, that's the thing about my lead up to Ready Player One. Let me actually bring up its page on IMDb. My Steven tells me it's basically a 1980s time capsule used, like it's set, in a world, apocalyptic world. Hey, there's Dunkirk. An apocalyptic world, and there's this place for people to go to. There's going to be spoilers, aren't there? So I will not look. Look, it looks like the Iron Giant is there. But yeah, this is what I'm constantly told. When the creator of an MMO called the Oasis dies, he releases a video in which he challenges all Oasis users to find his Easter egg, which will give the finder his fortune. Wade Watts finds the first clue and starts a race for dig. And you see, from there, for the longest time, ever since I heard about this film, I always assumed, oh, here we go, it's video game Hunger Games, which, yeah, I haven't seen the Hunger Games, but it's one of those movies where the hype of it just kind of kills it for me, and yeah, what was I? I kind of lost my train of thought. But Ready Player One it's a movie where basically it's like when you have that friend who, likes, whatever, a movie, video game, a comic, and you kind of take his word for it. Well, if he's interested, then, there's got to be some merit. You don't just totally dismiss him because it's totally something different. And I just want to say, for all the Ready Player One fans out there, the ones who've read the book and are hyped for this movie, this is the time to, I want, commenters to go in and tell me, what is this about? If you're pissed that I don't understand this is your time to explain to me, preferably in an objective, mature fashion, what this is about and why I should be interested, So, and getting back to that friend analogy, it's kind of like, hey, you got Steven Spielberg, and, if he wasn't interested in doing this project, he could just, walk off and do something else. Like, I know he's doing things like, he's got the Pentagon Papers movie, The Papers with Tom Hanks and Meryl Streep. He's got the next Indiana Jones. He has a movie in development with Jennifer Lawrence about a war photographer. So, business-wise, obviously, we all know they pick Spielberg because, hey, it's Steven Spielberg. He can easily get the rights for many of the 80s movies referenced. Well, not just movies, but pop culture, but you get the idea. So who's going to say no? Is Atari, if he wants to reference, let's say, the video game Asteroids, are they gonna say, no, sorry, Mr. Spielberg? You're like, no. Ironically, the ET video game is what brought Atari down to its knees, but you get the idea. So, yeah, for me, this is one of those trailers, like, I'm approaching, like, curious, but this isn't like, Spielberg's, his upcoming movie, The Papers, where I'm just like, oh yeah, sign me up, this sounds amazing. This is more like, if you're on this, I'll give it a shot. Like, I'll look into it. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, so, lots of these. And I should also point out that, yes, I am, I would say a modest fan of the 80s. Like, I like, playing NES games. I like, music of the 80s, whether it be Wham, George Michael, a lot of artists are coming to mind, modern English. I think it's called Alive, and yeah, I'm just having a brain fart right now, but yeah, so, and just in case you don't know, Spielberg did say that he's gonna cut out a lot of his own references, like, movies that he made in the 80s, because, as you can guess, he was a big part of the 80s with movies like, E.T., Indiana Jones, and yeah, but he did say that I'll still have Waybot's DeLorean, and personally, I could have went with, like, his personal references. Like, yeah, I know he doesn't want to, be self-referential, but I feel like that's why they brought you on as a director, and honestly, I think it would be kind of cool. Instead of it being, like, hey, I was a big part of the 80s, I would see it more as him looking back on, like, his career, his early days, So, I don't know, for me, it doesn't ruin the movie, but it would still be interesting. I mean, hey, I've been seeing, the Iron Giant is in it, so, and there's gotta be, lots more of the 80s that isn't, coming to my mind. Pac-Man, Galaga, I play those games a lot on my Wii U, and whenever I go up to Mammoth Lakes, the arcade there, and I always want to play, Ms. Pac-Man and Galaga, so, yeah, so Spielberg in the 80s, this should be interesting, at least. Some would see it as a combination of two different things, while some would see it, it's all in the same vein. So, enough of me rambling on. Let's get into the trailer and, apocalyptic world.
I live here in Columbus, Ohio.
Columbus,
in
Ohio.
2045, it's still ranked the fastest growing city on Earth. But it sure doesn't seem like it when you live in the stacks. They called our generation the missing millions. Missing not because we went anywhere. There's nowhere left to go. Nowhere except the oasis.
Whoa.
It's the only place that feels like I mean anything. A world where the limits of reality are your own imagination.
Hello, Iron Giant. Cinematic game changer Steven Spielberg. Oh shit. I think I just saw the DeLorean. I see a spin. Freddy Krueger. I don't know. That's supposed to be Tron? DeLorean! Wrecking balls! I always don't like it when I don't talk much during trailers. Not to say I didn't like what I saw. I thought that was pretty impressive. Didn't really get much plot info though. It's so weird. If I didn't show you guys that that IMDb synopsis, or if I saw the trailer the first time, not knowing what it was, and even now I don't know what to think. Even if though I know I've heard what the story's about, which please clarify. Like if this trailer is making you go woo, ooh, more power to you. It's so weird. Like, I told Steven that if I get more plot information, then I would consider seeing it. Well, it depends on the plot, of course. If it's interesting, then great. But if it's not, but I can give this at least. Like Spielberg still knows how to direct big crowds and close action. I mean, is it Edgar Wright's Baby Driver? I don't know if I should be making kind of a comment, but basically this trailer is basically we live in this screwed up world and our only escape is this VR place called Oasis, filled with all these not even just 80s, like we saw Iron Giant, Freddy Krueger, and other references that are either not coming to mind or I don't know. It's weird. I remember, like, Steven told me this trailer is not going to have much plot information, and it really doesn't, so I thought a cool trailer, but I'm not sure if I'm convinced. It's weird because Kingsman 2, that trailer was like I went from being, oh, cool, Kingsman, to being, oh, shit, Kingsman, it looks so cool! And now I just feel, I don't know, about the same. I mean, cool action, but excited? I don't know. I mean, again, I feel like, this is the first legit trailer of Ready Player One we've seen, so obviously, you gotta whet people's appetite first before you feed them the whole meal. Yes. But I feel like I need to see another trailer, with more information before I can have a legitimate say. Which I'm willing to see another trailer. This isn't like, Jumanji, where I'm just like, fuck. So, yeah. That's about it. Please tell me more. Please try to get me interested. If there's any time, you guys can get angry at a dumb kid like me, now's a good time because now you can tell me, and please don't come yelling at me in the process, please. Alright, so, thank you guys for watching. Please, like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time with another Comic-Con trailer reaction. I'm hoping the next one will be Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Oh